Many people with macular degeneration are told to get a magnifier, but there are many different types of magnifiers, and choosing the wrong one can be frustrating and expensive. By the end of this video, you'll understand the different types of magnifiers, when to use each one, and how to choose the right magnifier for reading and daily activities. Welcome to Macular School. I'm Corey, a certified low vision therapist. This channel helps people with macular degeneration and the people who support them understand vision changes, learn practical strategies, and stay independent. This work is also personal to me, which is one of the reasons I created Macular School. Magnification is one of the most common tools used by people with macular degeneration. Because macular degeneration affects central vision, small print often becomes difficult to see clearly. Magnification works by making the image larger so that it falls on a healthier part of the retina. When print becomes larger, letters and details are easier to see. Magnification can reduce eye strain and make reading more comfortable. It is also important to understand that stronger magnification usually means a closer reading distance. Lighting and contrast are also very important when using magnification, and sometimes lighting improves reading almost as much as magnification. Handheld magnifiers are small, portable magnifiers that you hold over what you want to see. These are useful for quick tasks like reading mail, price tags, labels, receipts, menus, or medication bottles. They come in different magnification strengths, and many include built-in lights. A handheld magnifier is often a good starting point because it is simple, portable, and easy to keep in a purse, pocket, or kitchen drawer. However, handheld magnifiers usually work best for short reading tasks rather than long reading tasks because holding the magnifier steady can become tiring. Stronger magnifiers usually require a closer working distance, which can feel awkward at first if someone has not been trained how to use the magnifier correctly. Handheld magnifiers can often be purchased through low vision clinics, assistive technology vendors, and online retailers that specialize in low vision devices. If possible, it is much better to try a handheld magnifier before buying it so you can see how it works with your own mail, labels, and reading material. Stand magnifiers sit directly on the page instead of being held in the air. This makes them more stable and easier to use for longer reading. Many stand magnifiers have built-in lights that improve contrast and visibility. Stand magnifiers are often good for reading books, bills, and longer documents. Because the magnifier rests on the page, the correct reading distance is already set, which makes them easier for people to see. These magnifiers are often helpful for people who have tremors, arthritis, or difficulty holding a handheld magnifier steady. Electronic magnifiers use a camera and a screen to magnify text and images. These devices allow the user to adjust magnification, brightness, and contrast. And many electronic magnifiers also have contrast modes, such as white text on black background or yellow text on black background. These contrast settings can make reading easier for many people with macular degeneration. Electronic magnifiers are especially useful for reading mail, labels, menus, recipes, and medication bottles. Some electronic magnifiers allow the user to freeze an image, which can be helpful when reading labels or looking at something quickly. Portable electronic magnifiers are often more powerful than optical magnifiers and can be easier for many people to see and use. However, they are more expensive, so it is important to match the device to the person's daily tasks. These devices are sometimes available through low vision clinics, rehabilitation programs, veterans programs, or assistive technology programs. Desktop video magnifiers, sometimes called CCTV systems, are larger magnification systems used at a desk or table. These systems have a large screen and allow people to read mail, books, newspapers, and write checks or letters. They can also be used to look at photographs or complete paperwork. A desktop CCTV often allows the person to slide reading material under the camera and view it on a large screen or monitor. Many systems also allow high contrast viewing modes and brightness adjustments. One major advantage of a desktop system is that it supports both reading and writing tasks. These systems are very useful for people who do a lot of reading, paperwork, hobbies, or crafts at home. Although they are larger and more expensive, for the right person, they can be one of the most useful low-vision tools available. Choosing a magnifier depends on what task you want to do. That is the most important rule. A device that works well for reading mail may not be the best device for reading a book. A device that works well at home may not be the best device for carrying in a purse or pocket. So the first question should always be, what am I trying to do with this magnifier? It is also important to think about print size, portability, lighting, hand steadiness, comfort, and budget. Many people do best with more than one magnifier for different tasks. For example, they may use a handheld magnifier for labels, a portable electronic magnifier for mail, and a desktop magnifier for longer reading and writing at home. A low vision evaluation can help determine which magnifier works best and provide training on how to use the magnification effectively. When trying magnifiers, it is helpful to bring your own reading materials, such as mail, medication bottles, or books, so you can test the devices on real tasks. Training is very important because sometimes the issue is not the magnifier itself, but how it is being used. The most important thing to understand is that there are many different magnification options available. There is no single magnifier that works for every task. Lighting, contrast, and training are all just as important as magnification itself. With the right tools and strategies, many people with macular degeneration continue reading, writing, and managing daily tasks independently. The key idea to remember is this: there is no single magnifier that works for everything, and choosing the right magnifier depends on the task you want to do. In other macular school lessons, we'll talk about lighting, contrast, reading strategies, and other tools that help people continue reading and staying independent. Thank you for viewing. See you on the next one.